don't correct me anymore. I can't fucking take it. He's in an amazing outfit. Give it up for Dual fucking Aldridge!
All right, everybody say cheese. Cool. I just needed to finish texting my dealer. That's cool. Hey, I'm Dual fucking Aldridge. It's a pleasure to be here. You can also call me the sunburnt, Ganondorf Spain, the smoker of chains, ordained minister, and the hero of time. Or DFA is fine. It's fine, okay? So I know that's a lot. It's okay. You guys have a good time tonight, yeah? 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 Do you guys like drugs? Yeah! I know you do. I can tell. Yeah. You have your entire outfit that says, I'm rad. Yeah. I dig that, man. Yeah. I like drugs, but I do this for a living, so, you know, I'm kind of poor. I don't get to buy really good drugs anymore, right? So, like, I buy drugs, but, like, I have to name the drugs. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you go over to your dealer's house, they'll be like, hey, man, check this out. I got some stuff over here. I call this spoiled destruction. It will fuck you up. I can't afford spoiled destruction, okay? I just can't. I buy, like, just something brown in a bag, you know, as close as I get. The oldest, crappiest weed I can find. But I get to my friend's house, I'm like, I bought this. I have the right to name it. I'd be like, hey, guys, come on. This is Bob. Bob will get us kind of high, okay? If we smoke enough of it, okay? I actually really like acid. That's my preferred drug. That's my drug of choice. I love acid. I think everyone should try acid in their lives. I really do. I'm a hardcore fan. And I think everyone should give it a shot with a few caveats, okay? There's some rules for doing acid. The first one, and very important, want to. Do not get peer pressured into that shit, okay? You'll have a weird time. The second, most important rule when you're doing acid, try to remember you took acid, okay? You have no idea the number of times I've walked into someone's house. They're curled up in the corner. Oh man, I'm so glad you're here. I'm freaking out, man. The walls are moving in on me, man. Everything's like breathing. I say, hey, did you take acid, buddy? And they go, yeah. Okay, that's what's going on, all right? I'm like, you wanted to live in Salvador Dali's reality for a little while, right? You're there. Just have a good time. People give you all sorts of tips and things to do when you're on acid. They'll be like, yeah, man, what you do is you put on The Wizard of Oz, but you listen to Dark Side of the Moon while it's playing, and it syncs up perfectly. Fuck off. If you do enough acid, that shit works with everything, okay? Last time I dosed up, I did 12 hits over the course of 8 hours. And I sat and I watched Robin Hood Men in Tights on mute. While listening to the audio from The Princess Bride coming from a different room. I was like, this is amazing. Is Carrie Elwes a god? I did drive down from Huntsville. It's about a 3-hour drive to get here tonight. It's a good time. And on the way down, I passed a big street sign. And it said, road work ahead, trucks must detour, smoke detectors save lives. Okay. That's pretty handy-dandy right there. I think that's how we'll do street signs. PSAs from now on, man. Just throw them up on street signs. That's how we do it. Be like, speed limit 55, please recycle. You know? Slow, children at play. Buy condoms. You know? You pull up to a yield sign, there'll be a before and after picture of a meth head on it, you know? Just something to think about while you're yielding. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. I'm going to talk to you guys about something that really annoys the shit out of me. Something that really annoys the shit out of me. It's a thing that's bothered me my whole life. A thing you've heard, all of you've heard it. It's the parable of Peter Piper. You know about Peter Piper. You heard about Peter Piper, right? It's the thing people say. People say it. They say, Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. They say a pack of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked, but if Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, where's the pack of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? That's the thing people say, right? You've all heard it. Let me tell you what I say. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Bullshit! Poo-poo, perhaps, is apropos. Peppers are pickled post-picking. People, you're putting paid to plausibility, proposing that Peter Piper's pepper plants produce pre-pickled peppers, okay? That's preposterous. I mean, I suppose Peter Piper picked a peck of peppers. It's possible, even probable, that Peter Piper picked a peck of peppers primarily for the purposes of pickling. But why? I'll ponder. Perhaps pleasure. Perhaps Peter Piper's plum tickled pinks pick of pickled peppers. Though personally, I prefer the possibility of payment. I pray Peter Piper has patrons aplenty. People prepared to pay top price for Peter Piper's prime and pleasing pickled peppers, purchasable by peck, pint, or personal portion. Though apparently poor planning or poor placement on Peter Piper's part put his peppers in a perilous position, and thus this puzzling predicament: a peck of Peter Piper's prime and pleasing pickled peppers, presumably misplaced, possibly pilfered, and leaving poor pathetic proprietor Peter Piper pickled pepperless, and presumably in a bit of a pickle with perturbed patron pending a pre-order pickup. Now that's what I say. Thank you. I learned how to do that in college. Theater degree. That's right. Right there. I know. You're all looking at me like, oh man, he wanted to be a doctor. I bet his parents forced him into liberal arts, but that's not what happened, okay? I was just like, it'd be great. Couple decades, no health insurance, heavy drug use. That's what I'm gonna go for. I made my dreams come true. That's right. I am an ordained minister. That is true. That's 100% true, but I don't actually get to a church very often anymore. That is something that's also true. I'm not a big fan of it. I have a hard time going to church sometimes. But when I go see my parents, they always want me to go to church with them. And it's very awkward. Because my parents go to one of these churches where when you walk up, the head deacon comes running out to you. He goes, hey buddy, isn't it great to love Jesus? That is very personal and very abrupt. All right at the top like that, we got to do it. Isn't it great to love Jesus? I mean, I don't know, man. Jesus and I used to be a couple, okay? We used to be hardcore. I don't know if I love Jesus anymore, okay? I'm not sure Jesus and I are at the L word part of our relationship at this point in time. We're Facebook official. We'll let you know, brother, okay? All right? I confess, I came on Jesus' face a couple of times. That had nothing to do with love. Just nothing to do. My problem is I have too many questions. I'm a quizzical person, and questions are not appreciated in a church service very often. I was with my mom. Boy, she wants me to go to church so badly. I said, fine, Mom, I'll go to church with you. We went Christmas morning. We went to church. Woo-hoo! Went in, sat down. The preacher gets up. He goes, hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you have your Bibles, please turn with us to the Gospel of Luke. He says, in the Gospel of Luke, we find the story of the Archangel Gabriel, who was sent by God into the city of Nazareth to speak to a young virgin named Mary. He said, behold, Mary, you have found favor with God. You will conceive a son, and his name will be Jesus. Well, I have some questions. First and foremost, is abstinence only 100% effective or not? Okay? Because just different information from the church and the Bible I'm getting on that one all of a sudden. Second important question, what the hell kind of creepy-ass record producer from Cleveland is God exactly? Sending his assistant out to collect minors for impregnation. You know the next part of that story. Terrified Mary asks what's going to happen. He says the Holy Spirit is going to come upon you. Jesus fucking Christ. What really stands out, you read the story of 2024, stunning lack of consent on display. I mean, absolutely. God does not ask permission. He shows up, he knocks her up. Mary doesn't even get to name her own baby. It's mighty wide of God. Consent's very important to me because I've dated a lot of people that are really into rape fantasies. Well, I don't know if I'm putting out a vibe, okay? I'm so not into it, okay? And I'm not judging anyone's kink. We'll see and see if that's what you're going for. Have fun. I don't like doing it. I'm too awkward to make it work, okay? I'm just like, I'm gonna have you now. Yeah. But when you love someone, right? When you love someone, you like to give it a shot. My last girlfriend, she said, hey man, I really want to try this out. I said, okay, we're gonna do this. I said, we laid out a plan. Sometime in the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna attack you. I'm gonna rape you. Is that okay? She was like, that's where I'm going. I was like, okay, baby, it's fine. But here's the problem, guys. The idea is you build up anticipation, you build up excitement, right? Then when the moment comes, ooh. No. Here's the problem. When I reach down into my soul to find that place of darkness where I can just attack somebody, what comes out is much more akin to a member of the Legion of Doom, okay? It's very, aha, you're mine now! Not one woman alive wants to be raped by the Riddler. Not fucking one. A lesson learned to my detriment, bursting out of her closet in this big green and purple leotard I designed for myself for the moment, right? I was getting into character. Saying, you'll never get away this time! She got right the fuck away. She did, man. She got away from me. I made that situation a lot worse, too, because I started leaving little notes around the apartment so she could figure out when the next attack might occur, you know? She came out of the bedroom, she hurled them in my face. She said, "We're never doing that again." I said, "Okay, babe, but if you're going to be so melodramatic about this, you can put on the Batgirl costume. I mean, I don't understand why we're pretending like your fantasies matter to me and my fantasies don't matter to you." And she said, "Your fantasy is to be the Riddler?" And I said, "That's not the point of this conversation." I should have gone with the better dressed Riddler. I should have gone with the coat and tie Riddler. That's what I should have done, right? That would have helped me out. You ever notice how Batman's Rogues Gallery is like the best dressed Rogues Gallery in the entire history of comic books? Isn't that awesome? Those guys show up to fucking work, baby. Let me tell you. Everyone, Joker's in a suit and tie, Penguin's in a suit and tie, Mad Hatter's in a suit and tie, Black Mass is in a suit and tie. Two-Face comes into work every single day in an outfit that is half periwinkle blue, half burned and tattered rags. That still maintains enough structural integrity that he can get through a day's work. That is not bought off the rack, ladies and gentlemen. I propose to you that Gotham City is full to brimming with very discreet but excellent tailors. That's what I'm saying. What a fantastic place to be. I like Batman's Rogues Gallery. Even the ones that don't dress for success, they've got it up here, man. They've got the mentality. Look at Mr. Freeze. Man is not snotty about the fact that he has a doctorate. We're talking well over a decade in college to become the world's primo cryogeneticist, but Mistress Fine during the Diamond Heist, okay? It's not that big of a deal. That's class. I mean, it's murderous class, but it's class, okay? That's all I'm saying. I like Batman, but I don't like Batman. You know what I'm saying? I like Batman stuff, but I don't like Batman himself. I think Batman's a real dickhead. I really do. I'll tell you, my feelings on Batman were cemented when I was about 15 years old. I was reading a comic book. I was talking about what a brilliant tactician Batman is. He designed his costume in a very particular way. A lot of dark colors, blacks, brown, grays and blues. Big yellow oval right in the center that attracts the eye, and therefore gunfire to the most heavily armored part of his costume. He's a genius. Then you look at what Robin's wearing. He was out in front in every single shot too, man. Like, there you go. There's the real hero of the Batman franchise, okay, is Robin the Boy Wonder. But you think about it, Robin did everything Batman did. He was 12 years old and he didn't have pants on. Let's talk about what's impressive, you know what I mean? That's a pretty rough job, too. That's a job with like a 50% mortality rate, okay? That is a pretty serious situation. Which, to put it into perspective, billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne has adopted no fewer than 4 preteen boys, okay? All of whom immediately stopped attending public school. Started having strange bruises that they couldn't explain to anybody. Not participating in any extracurricular activities. Not one visit to Wayne Manor from Gotham DHR. Not fucking one. Now, I like Superman. You might be able to tell from my outfit. This is Superman colors. I'm a Superman color mode. I do this at least once a week because I love Superman. I think Superman is the best hero that there is. Hands down, no question. Superman's entire MO is like, hey man, is there a plane falling out of the sky? I got it. Y'all have a good day. Like that's my idea of a hero right there. That's the guy I like. People get really shitty about Superman sometimes and be like, man, he's just too good, man. He's too powerful. Guy says, hey, what's Superman gonna do? He's going around getting cats out of trees? Yeah. Like, what a dick. Like, what? I like the Green Lantern quite a bit. I'll tell you this, though. If I had that Green Lantern ring that can make anything I can think of, I don't see how there's any way I'd ever stop masturbating. Like, I'm serious, 100%. I mean, I know it's supposed to work off willpower. I got a lot of willpower. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know. A ring that can create anything I can imagine? I can imagine quite a lot. right now today, I can. Man, I love it. I like the X-Men a lot. Really do. Big fan of the X-Men. Enjoying the new cartoon. That's a lot of fun. Cool thing. I think Wolverine is my absolute favorite X-Men. Top notch on Wolverine there. Now, man, I love him. Here's the thing. Wolverine, very, very cool guy. He's this dude. He's like, I am the most burly man's man superhero. But he takes such good care of his hair. He is so specific about his hair. Look at Wolverine's haircut. You ever seen this like swooping thing? Nobody's hair grows like that naturally, okay? That is a man in front of the mirror every morning with a claw pop, just... Wolverine's so specific about his hairdo. Look at the uniform he wears with the X-Men. The helmet's designed to fit over that hairdo. Who do you think designed that for him? Professor Xavier? Professor Xavier doesn't give a shit about anyone's hair, okay? You look at that cowl thing that he's got Cyclops in, no, it's coming out all matted and shit. Not for the Wolverine, by damn. I know I look a little strange, you guys. I know I look a little strange. It's true as I come by this naturally, though. I want to be very clear about that. I do. I like to live my entire life just looking like what happens if, Doctor Who fuck some other Doctor Who. That's what I like, It's just who I am at heart. But it does come with its fair share of questions, and before I get out here, I will answer the question I get asked the most, and it is yes, 1,000 times yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I will accept your nomination for President of the United States of America. Thank you very much. That's my time. I'm Dual Fucking Author. Scoot up your host, Sydney Harder.